this one's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Daniels from the gun on third down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Muscles him off. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Cowboys.
On first down, it's Blue. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Prescott. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott now. He's got to complete to Tolbert. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. To the air again, Prescott. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll go in the books forces a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Prescott to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now fourth down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Daniels. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So a tight one so far. 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen in our halftime report. Scott.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The first couple of weeks of the regular season were wild, to say the least. What about week 3? Let's jump in. Our trip through the NFL starts now. At Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, we find the Falcons at home to take on the Saints in the NFC South. And when you've got a running back like this, just let him do his thing. Bijan Robinson. He gets a seal here, and up the alley he goes. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's Cam Ward. He's got nobody open, so he'll just hot-foot it himself. 7 yards for the touchdown. One more to show you. Let's go to Cleveland. It's the Browns taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is the Browns wideout. It's fired deep downfield. He's right there to secure it. And when it's all said and done, that's an 80-yard catch and run for the touchdown. The Browns with the big lead in front of a home crowd at the half. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these two sides through 2 quarters, a 1-point game at the half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your start.
Prescott stripped, and it's Washington that scoops it up, and he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. Now Moody for the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And the Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 40.
Play action now. Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big
blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now Prescott. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Daniels. There's a short one put in by Sinnott. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 40-yard line.
To throw is Daniels. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
To the air goes Daniels. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now second and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Going right back to Ferguson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brings up third.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing, Prescott. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's Prescott. In trouble, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And why do you go out and trade for a guy like this defensively? Well, an instant impact in your pass rush is reason number 1.
And let's think about it. You want a guy who can create big plays for your team. Takeaways, fumbles, you name it. That's what you want from a big-time player on the defensive side of the ball.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down by Javon Bullard. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches.
It's now 3rd and less than a yard.
Daniels going to try to sneak. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Washington first down. A gain on the play. First down, Commanders.
On the give, Krosky-Merritt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to Pierce. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Number 14, Alec Pierce. 12 yards on the play, but it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and a couple. They give it to Williams, running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
The tackle made back at the 47-yard line.
To throw is Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I can put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up.
Javonte Williams, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with a lead if they make a play.
All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's Daniels. Setting up the screen, Krosky Merritt. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Daniels going to try to sneak. And he's going to have the Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Daniels. And he will go down. Cowboys sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On target to his man, likely. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Daniels. We'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Washington 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
10 more yards.
Daniels looking to throw. Short throw here to the tight end Bates.
5-yard gain on the play. That's another Washington Commanders 1st down.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Washington 1st down. A gain of 15. And the Washington first down.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll try again here. Second and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Donovan Ezeraku. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. Back to throw. Daniels. That is incomplete.
I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels, his second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Here's Dak. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Right side, there's likely with him. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
To throw is Daniels.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. To the air goes Daniels. He'll try to pick it up himself.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the...
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Washington,
it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
His work in the middle of their defense set the tone for his teammates last game. Coaches think it's a sign he's ready for a jump forward as a player.
What's happening? What's happening? Hey, hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. Click your me, click. What's up, Phony? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. Turn this thing on out. Now, let me see everybody do this.